Welcome back. Sorry we couldn't play this game yesterday due to complications, but we're here today. Okay, I got some Pokemon Sword done. Or rather, the Crown Tundra DLC. I've been enjoying this so far. Hope it keeps up. Hang on. Excuse me for one moment. Sorry about that. I had completely forgotten to realize that I left my noise machine on. So that was probably in the background of the entire last stream. Oh, well. It probably wasn't that bad. It was probably fine. If you're wondering why I have a noise machine, helps me sleep, I guess. Keeps me sane. Just something for my mind to, you know, go to. Something for my mind to go to in order to keep me not distracted, but also distracted. My brain is weird. Alright. Let's say that. Read the books. Alright, we're doing the carrot thing. Yeah, that'll be fun. Come on. Oh. Kyle, how did you do that? Nice. Alright, let's learn about the carrots. Oh, there's a bunch of different... Okay. King of Bountiful Harvests. The king was a great Pokemon that brought abundance to our cold land. With a sweep of its right hand, the land would be blanketed in verdant grasses and blooms. With a sweep of its left hand, the fruit of the fields would ripen and grow heavy. Its great crown of green gleaming, the king galloped across the land, astride in its proud steed. And in their footsteps, buds would burst from the soil, and rich life was born across the region. And so he worshipped the Pokemon and paid it all due tribute as king. Alright, keep going. The horse Pokemon gave over its power to serve the king and carry it hither and thither. The two even became one for a time, combining their strength to create a forest in a single night. This proud steed had been a wild thing once, ravaging the village crops and causing much woe. But the king, in all its greatness, brought this fierce creature to heel and secured its loyalty. And for each among us who claims the steed's hide was black as the midnight gloom in which ghosts appear, there is another who claims it was white as a block of solid ice. None alive can now say which is the truth. Let's keep going. The Reigns of Unity. Though these reigns did the king send its power through these reigns did the king send its power in order to tame and control its proud steed. The reigns, in fact, were made by the hands of the people, in thanks for the plenty brought by the king. These reigns bound not only the horse and the king to one another, they bound the people to the king as well. At the dawning of each new year, we must never forget to gift the king with this offering. Let the radiant flower and the mane of the steed be woven together to bind us all in faith. Let the secrets of this sacred art be passed from parent to child to grandchild and never forgotten. Oops. Hardy crops for the tundra. While carrots can be grown in the Crown Tundra, they have rather unusual growing habits. When grown beneath the heaped snow, these hardy roots tend to develop into ice root carrots. When grown in tracts close to where many souls are laid to rest, shade root carrots will be your crop. Shade root carrots are the favorite treat for many ghost-type Pokemon, while ice-type Pokemon seem to delight in eating ice root carrots. According to old fairy tales, the steed that the King of Bountiful Harvests rode upon loved both of these varieties, or perhaps one or the other. Records seem to contradict one another, with some stories speaking of a white steed delighting in ice root carrots, and others mentioning a black steed devouring shade root carrots. And that's, yeah. It's like Isle of Armor with, or Shifu. It's like, hey, do you want this one that's like a dark water type or a dark fighting type? Or is it fighting water, whatever. I guess this time it's gonna be whatever his base type is, and then ice or dark type. I'm gonna go ice. Try the Freezington Snow Samba? Nope. Isn't it tough dealing with the cold here on the tundra, while with temperatures seeming to drop lower and lower with every passing year? While it's tempting to stay indoors where it's cozy, don't forget to move that body too. Try the Freezing Snow Samba today, and get your body moving to stay warm all winter. How this is going to be implemented in the plot some way. Lift both hands in the air, wave here, wave there, bow low, touch your toe, and freeze. Then we pop up, then up we pop to start it all once more. Form a circle with friends and don't be shy. Form a circle with friends and don't be shy. The Snow Samba will keep you young at heart. No. Town Records Tourism Initiatives. Freezington Souvenir Brainstorming Sessions. Minutes taken by the town's tourism lead. We got a lot of submissions in our last round, so our thanks to all who contributed ideas. We've settled on an idea for a new Freezington souvenir, sure to lure in more visitors. A shirt, featuring our own King of Bountiful Harvests. By reusing the artwork from some old documents, we should be able to keep design costs low too. Interesting. Lore. Alright. And we actually were supposed to read those. That was actually a trick. That was actually required, I see. It wasn't just like, you know, you might have... These are where you get the info, but if you already know, you can just go. Nope, you had to read them. That's fine, though. There was good info in there. Even though it was basically just an excuse to give a hefty lore dump. Yep, still can't understand you. Why did I know you were about to come here? Hmm? Oh, hey there, Chief. I had a feeling someone called me. Was it you? Huh? Oh, 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 oh. Human child, were you able to find something about my loyal steed? Yes. You say you found out about something that my loyal steed could not resist? It's been so long since we rode together that I'd completely forgotten. With this information, we may be able to lure my loyal steed to me yet. So tell me, what was it that my loyal steed would find so irresistible? The Freezington's famous shirt. Carrots. Oh, carrots, you say? Yes, I remember now. Even back when we were together, it would leap at any chance to eat some kind of crop. It took everything I had to restrain it. Looking back, the crop must have been carrots. I'm in your debt, human child. What we must do now is clear. If we are able to find carrots somewhere, it should be but a trifle to lure my loyal steed back to me. I wonder, do the humans of the village grow any carrots? If we could obtain even a single seed, I would grow a carrot from it myself. About that. By the stars! You say that you have carrot seeds? Convenient of me. I guess it was a good thing I looked around the village. That strange bag contains the seeds of carrots. You humans never stop adapting and evolving. I'm constantly amazed by your ingenuity. And yet... the fields of the village simply won't do. They're not suited for growing carrots. If we could find rich soil, I could use my powers to grow the crops we need. Now, where might we find soil suited for growing these crops in this tundra of mine? I know I said the other one was, it was like between ice and dark. I think it was ice and ghost, since it was in a graveyard. My bad. Ah, I see two spots that might suit our needs. One is a field covered in pristine snow. Another spot is a field by gravestones, where those who moved on were laid to rest. Either of those locations should allow me to use my powers and grow the carrots we need. Please, I ask that you find a field and plant those seeds. Yeah, I'll go with the ice one. Ah! What in the... I seem to be getting in the habit of falling asleep outside. I guess it goes to show that holding down the fort isn't all that easy. You take care of yourself, Chief. Don't overdo it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Upon the King of Bountiful Harvest, upon hearing that I was able to find carrot seeds, Calyrex told me about 2 fields where I can grow the carrots. I need to pick either the field covered in snow or the field by the graves and plant the seeds. This fucking guy, right, though? What? What? I don't mean to be rude here, but what language is this? And to give me instant noodles. Actually, that is appreciated. Thank you, friend. Can you believe this guy, Carl? I know, right? Nani?
Sing that song about the King Steed Pokemon. Oh, of course, my dear. I'd love to.
I'm not singing that. Ice root carrots, cold as ice, munched up all by the bully in white. Shade root carrots, dark as doom, crunched by the bully with a ghastly gloom.
Now you make sure you eat your veggies too, just like the Pokemon in that song. Yes, Nan.
Alright, well, they just told us what we already knew. That's alright. Thank you. Carl, be off! Now, I know where the graveyard is. So that's, good for me. Definitely gonna have a little bit of trouble looking for the ice area, which is the one I want, so... Oh, that's... Galvantula! Hey, buddy. Well, before we do any of that, I want to go to that power spot. That might be a good Pokemon. And I know how to get to it now, too. What was that? It was a Stone Joiner. I already have you. No, we don't need that. We don't need that area. We're fine. Electabuzz. Mimikyu! Oh, I love these little guys. Had one in my first Sun and Moon playthrough. Yeah, let's just get it over with. Nice. These guys are great. Oh. I'm sorry. I'll catch one later. It's fine. He's fine. He's a ghost. He'll come back. Oh, I almost missed this one. And we've got here. Oh, Rock Fairy. No wonder that would screw me up. Well, there's no reason for me to get one. I could. That would take a while, though, and there's nothing really special about it. Hey. I thought about using a Sun and Moon playthrough. I almost did. And then I almost did again in my Ultra Moon playthrough, but then I'm like, well, I've used 2 bugs, because I think there was 4 bugs in Gen 7. So I used 2 of them for my main playthrough, and then I'm like, I could use you, but I already kinda, I'd rather use, I forget what it was called, but because there were 2 bug water types, I used the other one that was like more of like a muscly dude. The one guzzed my head. Let's say that. That's probably easier to remember. Alright, what's here? A Noivern. Sure. I've never actually had a Noivern. Never tried using them. Maybe I should. They seem cool. Dragon flying. I think that was. Yeah, just dragon flying. Okay, so ice would be really good, but we don't have anyone with any good ice. Huh. Yeah, funny. Because considering what we're about to get. High special attack. And you have... Alright, I'll use you. I mean, they're not part of my main team, but they'll just do the best for us, you know? And now we wait. And this is what I was talking about before with the last streamer, you know, waiting for max, max raid battles, I think they're called. Just takes a while. Sometimes you just don't get anyone. Ah. So how's y'all days been? I think today I'll try to just, like, after I stream, I'll focus on finishing the video. Or not finishing, it's not that close done. But I'll try to, you know, actually work on it. I'll put all my focus on the rest of today on it, because I should have been doing it, you know, the last 2 days. Kind of excused it with, you know, making my setup and cleaning my room and stuff. Since that took a good chunk of my day. I just wanted to, you know, test around with it. Which I still need to kind of fix the audio on this thing, because it's like... There's like a proper audio plugin in the monitor, but it was messing with some weird audio stuff. I think I know what's wrong with it, but... I haven't fixed that yet. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, we got someone. With Calyrex. Alright. Thanks, Gar. Thanks for spoiling that for us. Garbodor. Okay. That works. Wait, why Garbodor? You know, it's weird how... Because I like Dynamax, I like Pokemon's... Oh, Eternatus, alright. I like Pokemon having Gigantamax forms. And, you know, when you get to Oleana, and her Garbodor uses Dynamax, and it has a Gigantamax form, I'm like, oh shit, I did not expect that. Garbodor, that's a good choice. And you're like, oh, so I guess it's not just, like, new Pokemon and, like, you know, Gen 1 Pokemon. But then you look at the list of Gigantamax Pokemon. And it's like... I'm gonna turn down the volume a little bit real quick. Just a little bit. Dynamax battles have a habit of being loud. But then you look at the list, it's like, oh, it's all Gen 1... It's Gen 1 Pokemon. Loud. Gen 8 Pokemon, so new Pokemon. And then Garbodor. Garbodor is the only one that's not Gen 1 or new that has a Gigantamax form. It's just, like, of all the... Like, it's fine, like, Garbodor having one is cool, but, like, why is he the only one otherwise? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, what the fuck? Oh, wait, someone here has a Weavile, and that's just, like, a random CPU. That's actually really good. Yay! Oh yeah, I forgot, you have a Gigantamax form. Didn't even choose you thinking about that. Yes, very good. Uh-huh. It do be doing damage. Now we've got a shield, that's good for us. So we should be taking out the shield by this turn. Unless they take out the Weavile. Actually, no, the Weavile already attacked, so we're fine. Let me turn down the volume a little more. Seems to be just a bit loud. Maybe like a solid 20? 20 down? Also very good. No more shields. Let's keep up the pace. Alright, that seems good. About 20 decibels, because I try to keep... Oh, we're already back at the shields? Alright, well, good for us, I guess. Because I try to keep the volume levels on the game below the yellow bar on OBS, so I always try to keep it in the green. Ah, damn it, took out Snorlax. It's a bit tricky because this game has, you know, the quiet parts can be pretty quiet, but the loud parts can be pretty loud. It's pretty dynamic in that, which is fine, but it's just not the greatest for the stream. I guess what I could do is I could keep it normal, but I could throw a limiter on my capture device. I might consider that. We also might lose this because Weavile will die again. No, wait, this might be good. Because then Eternatus is going to go. And then maybe even the Weavile. And then I'm going to go before they're going to get to use the shield again, I think. They might have one more shield, but we can stand one more shield. That man's wearing a crown. Way to make me feel insignificant. Alright, yeah, we should be done here. Gar better not get the final hit on this. Aww, I wanted that. He just came in here and stole my thunder. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Nice. I know I shouldn't worry about it that much, but I remember like the first time I did a Dynamax. Yeah, a Dynamax fight or a raid battle like this. I think it broke out the first time I did it, even with like an Ultra Ball. So I'm like, oh, it's hard like that, isn't it? I don't think it is. I just had a bad first experience. Wyvern. Aggressive and cruel, this Pokemon will ruthlessly torment enemies that are helpless in the dark. Loudbat. Loudba. Oops. Yeah. Loudba's probably better anyway. Alright, so we got one Pokemon. Don't say I never tried for anything. Hey, Kyle. I forgot you followed me on the bike. Try following me now, buddy. Even though you're a water type and can swim, you're not gonna follow me. You know, I saw a weird complaint about this game. Not that there haven't been a lot of complaints, and, you know, a good amount of valid ones. What was that? Jolteon. Oh, cool. But, like, there was one that I'm just like... you know, it made me, like, think about things. They had complained, like... or I guess less about this game and more just Pokemon at the moment, where it was like... I miss when Rotom wasn't in the Pokedex and we just had like a regular ass Pokedex or something. Where it's like they were annoyed where it was like always like a living, the Pokedex was like a living thing. And it's like, because it came in Sun and Moon and it was fine there. Then it came in, and it was in Ultra Sun and Moon, because of course it would be. Drive. Cool. And to be fair, honestly, Rotom was a little too obnoxious in Ultra Sun and Moon. It's like, just shut up. Let me see the map on the bottom screen. Alright? Stop telling me about, oh, things that even if you don't want to know, I'm going to tell you. It's like, shut up. Shut up. Let me turn you off. I just want the map. Craggle. Vanillite. Or Vanillex. You're the second one. Glalie, okay. But the thing about that for me is, it's like, I'd get it if it was, with Ultra Sun and Moon, where it was a problem. Absol, that's a good choice. But my thing is, with the Rotom Dex in this game, it's kind of just a Rotom Dex. It doesn't really talk to you. It's just kind of a Rotom to be cool. It does talk occasionally, but it's like just like a small thing. It just, like, you know, if it was in Gen 7, I would understand, and I kind of agree. But, you know, I really don't see the Rotom Dex being the Rotom Dex really is not a problem in this game, so it's like, it just felt like a weird thing to complain about to me. It's one of the fields Calyrex told you about. Do you want to plant the carrot seeds in this field? Yeah, sure. I do be far. Why? Why? Why would you drag him all the way here? What? How? Did you break into his house? Dude! Chill! No pun intended. I see you have reached one of the fields. If you plant the seeds in this field, ice root carrots will grow. It's been so long that my memory's hazy, but I believe that my loyal seed would often partake in this sort of vegetable. If ice root carrots were what my seed preferred, it must have been ice type, wasn't it? It's most vexing that I can't recall. Suppose what we will see. I will ask once more. I will ask but once more. Are you sure this is the field in which you want to plant the seeds? Yes. Very well, then I ask that you plant the seeds. I do be farmin'. You plant the carrot seeds in the field. Very good, very good. You have an able hand for working with soil. Yeah, why didn't you help, buddy? You've got a whole ass man there. You could have helped. Now then, it's time I did my part. Let me show you my powers. I mean, yeah, you're doing this, but you go. That was amazing. He fucking Fortnite danced on us. Those are turnips, dude. This is a Mario 2 shit. I planted so many seeds, and yet my powers could only get one to grow. To think that I have fallen so low, it truly breaks my heart. But soon it will be time to bid my sorrow farewell. Now, human child, I must ask that you pull that ice root carrot free with all your might. Just hold your hand out like you're pulling a carrot out of the ground. 1 and 2 and pull! You obtained an ice root carrot. Why do I feel traumatized? Produce that the king of bountiful harvests, beloved seed-like seed. It grew in a field covered in snow. Well done, human child. You know, if this guy wasn't, like, technically talking through Peony here, I would just give him, like, the, you know, Traveler, welcome! I'd give him that kind of voice. But no, he's talking through Peony, so let's, like, you know, use his vocal cords. That carrot will be the key to luring my loyal steed back to me. Now all I need are the reins of unity. They will amplify my power, letting me ride my loyal steed with ease. But I doubt I shall ever get another set from the humans in the village. It's Epona. I mean, no. Bryce. Who's Bryce? What? Oh. Glestrider, my loyal steed! Is it truly you? That glistening white pelt, that rough, violent gallop. It has not changed from the day we first met. Oh, how this brings back memories. Nay. It is my belief that while my steed picked up on the scent of the carrot, I cannot determine where the scent was coming from. Judging from the direction it ran off in, it must be headed to the village in an attempt to pillage the carrots there. If that is true, then Freezington is in danger. Human child, we must make haste. I see. Oh, that was weird. Well, then I shall make haste, using my trusty steed. Damn it. Calyrex was able to grow an ice root carrot from the seeds I planted in a field covered in snow. The scent of the carrot lured Glestrider out, but it ran off toward Freezington. And now I shall ride back to Freezington with my trusty steed, the Rotom bike. I mean, like, I guess Rotom also, you know, it's your bike too, but it's like, it's just a thing. It's just like a piece of equipment. It never talks. I mean, it does occasionally, but hardly at all. Just let Rotom be a friend. I do think the best balance of Rotom was like Sun and Moon. So it didn't talk too much from what I remember. It wasn't overly obnoxious. And like, to be fair, with Ultra Sun and Moon, it does give you benefits with like the Rotom abilities. Not that I need them after a while, and it's like, I just want to look at the map. I don't want to do the roulette. I'm fine. It'd be nice to have an option to turn it off, you know. Or, you know, be able to limit how much he talks. I mean, like, hell, do something like the recent Bubsy game did. Or not the recent one, but the one before that. The one where he came back for some reason. Where you could limit, or, you know, yeah, you could limit how much he would talk. Or, like, you could just have him, like, talk occasionally, a bunch. I think the lowest was, like, quiet, or, like, silent. And then the highest one was just called Bubsy. Everyone's fine. There's nothing going wrong here. They look a little surprised. Look a little angry, even. I'm just gonna save, just in case. I don't think anything bad will happen. Yo, he's just standing there. What's going on, lads?
A huge Pokemon, unlike...
A Pokemon like? Oh, like that. I'm dumb.
A huge Pokemon like that could lay waste to our whole village. Please, anyone, get it to settle down.
Yo, he is just chilling over there. He's just kind of like, he's just scared. He's just confused. We just need to help him. Do you understand? Please help. There's a Pokemon threatening our village. He's not threatening shit. He's just there. He just needs a friend. Wait. Wait, no, I vouched for you. Oh, the bangers are coming out. If it has a level, I'm gonna throw something at it. Me too. Is after your ice root carrot. You're not getting shit, buddy. Get in the ball. Oh, alright, we're killing. I hate to do it to you, pal. I don't know what type you are. I think maybe you're just base ice? I don't know. Snapshot. Oh, yeah, Kyle can take this. Kyle can definitely take this. Get a Hydro Pump in for good measure. Oh, great. We're avoiding attacks like it's Tactics Advance. Get another one in. Ooh, that was alright. Stomp might kill. Stomp might kill. Oh, I crit. Sorry, Carl. Chilling nay. Oh. Guess it's just when you kill, you get extra attack. Alright. Well. You've tempted me. You have insulted Carl and my team and me. And now, yeah. Just die. Just die. Might be a bit of overkill, but that's fine. Yeah, that's right. Calm down. Chill out. A crown. That's a good line. I'm about to head out.
Are you alright? Yes. I feel like something stepped in to save me.
Ooh. Mine now. A tuft of white mane hair. Oh, and that's how we get the reins. Maybe. Mane hair that belonged to the King of Bountiful Harvest's beloved steed, Glistrider. The hair is strong and very flexible. Enough to make a rein out of, maybe. Oh, kind visitor. How could I possibly thank you enough for saving the people of this village? I had no idea such a vicious Pokemon still existed in the Tundra. Why, it reminded me of that Pokemon in the fairy tales. The loyal steed of the king. Ah, but no doubt I'm overthinking things. What is that you have there? Is that a tuft of white mane hair? In the fairy tales, it is said that by weaving the hair of the loyal steed together with a radiant blossom grown by the king, it is possible to create the reins of unity, which link the king with its steed. In fact, it was my own ancestors who used to weave the reins of unity, following an ancient tradition passed down by over many years. Of course, I myself have never seen any kind of radiant flower, and the method of making the reins has also been lost to time. In any case, we can't spend all day musing over fairy tales. I must make plans and preparations. That Pokemon could well decide to pay us another visit after all. Thank you very much for your help, kind traveler. I can't get over just Peony constantly ascending. He smiled. You're a good Pokemon. Your giant head design is still dumb, but otherwise I like you. His long legs kind of remind me of, with the deer-like, you know, with the deer-like stuff and the long legs, it kind of reminds me of Xerneas a bit. Hey, buddy. You're kind of in the way. You're in the way, too. Get out. Alright. Well, look, I'm sorry. There's people interrupting. We're just gonna have to talk like this. You have my thanks for protecting the village, human child. Well, were I at my full power, I could have tamed the steed and regained its loyalty. But weakened as I am now, the most I could do was influence its will and make it depart. If only I had the reins of unity. They would have allowed me to tame my steed in short order. We can make a set. What's that? We can make a set of reins with the mane hair from my loyal steed. And a flower that I can grow? A flower. Yes, but of course. I had assumed that the humans stopped making the Reins of Unity because they had lost their faith in me. But it was clear but it was because I lost the power to grow the material needed. I've spent far too long holding my misguided assumptions, it seems. It has been many centuries since I was able to grow a radiant flower. Doing so drains much of my power. But, for whatever reason, a fraction of my power seems to have returned to me just now. There's only one thing to be done. Let the radiant flower bloom. Oh, don't grow right out of your head. Please. I don't need that kind of imagery. Oh. Cronus Bloomus! That's a petal. Take this, human child. I didn't like how his neck balls were like waving in the wind epically like that. Epically. A single petal that the King of Bountiful Harvest gave you. It radiates fate light. Shames me to admit it, but a whole flower is beyond me right now. I do not know if that petal will be enough, but I still must ask that you use it to to create the Reigns of Unity. The descendants of the family who once made the reigns for me should still live in the village. I put my hopes on you, human child. Oh, right, Kyle's dead. That's why you're here. I meant to revive him. I'm like, wait. I was like, wait a minute. Whose Corviknight is this? I could just use a moon milk. That's perfect. Keep it 100. Alright. Guess we gotta talk to the mayor. Nope. Imagine reading. In this day and age. I say where I have a full-ass bookcase or bookshelf that I need to rearrange because it's too full. It's too big. It is too filled with the knowledge. Unlike my brain. Oh, hello again, savior of our village. Come to do some more reading? I need a favor. I beg your pardon? You want me to make a set of Reigns of Unity? Well, I say, that presents a bit of a problem. My dear great-granddad were still around, he'd have been able to make you a set. Well, lucky for you, I know where a graveyard is. And I know how to play the ghost game. What I'm saying is, I'm saying seance. You catch my drift? But unfortunately, we've no one left who knows the traditional ways at this point. Seance! What's more, I doubt you have the flower you'd need to forge a set of the reins. Got a petal, at least. Is that a petal from a radiant flower? If so, would that not mean the King of Bountiful Harvests is truly... No. I dare hope not. If I recall, my ancestors made Reigns of Unity by following the ways passed down in fairy tales. There were two key materials, a flower and hairs from a Pokemon. But I'm afraid those old traditions have long since faded from memory. Still, how could I refuse a favor to such a kind and helpful guest? The materials, if you please. Oh, we craftin'. I can't promise this will turn out as well as the ones my great-granddad would have made, but... time to breathe life back into the traditions of my village. Huh. I'm afraid it hasn't come out well after all. I fancy myself a crafty enough sort, but I suppose it'd take a craftsman of truly delicate technique to make such fine reins. No! No! She looks so sad! I can't have that. No. Damn, it really do be like that. Oh, please don't look so dejected. I'm very sorry. Truly I am. No. Hi, Mr. Mayor. The hot water in my shower seems to have gone on holiday. Ah, yes, terribly sorry. I'll have a look at it soon. Oh, you're here too, Chief. Are you in the middle of something? Para, you seem awfully gloomy. The mayor tried. He tried. He tried. What? Is that all? So, all you need to do is make some nice cord. Pass me those materials for a mo. Why was his teeth red? What have you been eating? Open your mouth. Alright, got my pedal, got my hair. Now what am I supposed to do with them? If I may be so bold, allow me to share a song that survives from the legends. Blossom moving round and round. A royal gift in Maine's hair bound. Steady on, old bloke. Singing's a bit much. Oh well, that'll do for an answer. His teeth are red. Why are his teeth red? I need answers. Was he drinking like some fruit punch or some shit? I need to know these things. Give me your digestive record, sir. I don't feel safe around you. Yeah. All finished. Have a look. Think this'll do. What the fuck? Hey, look, it's Marsh's Ahoge. But blue. Cords that shine when you hold them up to the light. The people of old times presented these to the King of Bountiful Harvest to express their gratitude. You're more capable than your face that's on. These reins of unity are the spitting image of those my family's tales. I don't sue all my dear Rebellious' clothing for nothing, you know. Even the explorer's outfit I gave you was handmade by yours truly, Chief. Oh. In any case, it seems you've got the reins of unity you need. Isn't that just smashing? Peony, why are you like this? What the fuck? Someone just caught a Necrozma? You can do that now? In raid battles? Oh, I guess it would have been in the cave. That seems fun. You know, I remember the first time Hang on. How about, Chief? Has my sewing saved the day? Yeah, sure. I remember when I first saw Necrozma. I was just playing Sun and Moon, after, post-game, checking out stuff. And, like, I saw him in the middle of the field, or I guess he came out and like, oh, what the fuck is that? It scared me a little bit. It was like, oh, whoa, that is like jet. He's moving like a jet plane, I heard, and he looks jet black too. And yet I still haven't gotten to the point where he shows up in the Ultra Sun plot, Ultra Moon plot. I'll get there. I'll get there. Would you believe it? I caught myself falling asleep outside again. I was chilled to the bone, so I thought I'd warm myself up with a good hot shower in our base. But the water coming out was ice cold. I got ultra mega up. Yeah. Thank you, Calyrex. I have suspicions about Peony being a cannibal, so thank you for that. Human child, were you able to make the reins of unity? Chief Peony did. Indeed. This man has done so much to aid me. I do hope I can repay him sometime. Don't repay him in anything edible. Just take my advice for that. I have some good news of my own. I was finally able to track down my loyal steed. Glestrider is making its home in the Crown Shrine. It is a place where my loyal steed and I spent much time together. I have been avoiding the place, as I feared I would get trapped in mine own nostalgia. Why has my loyal steed made the shrine its home? Is it reminiscing about our time together? No, can't be. Sorry. The Crown Shrine stands majestically atop the mountain to the north. I see the giant tree. Bring the carrot and the reins of unity, and meet me there. I shall hasten there now, but you may come when you feel you are ready. I am counting on you, child. You know, Calyrex ended up being a pretty cool dude. I thought he'd be, like, lame and all. Like, I saw the Pokemon design during, like, that Pokemon Direct, or a Pokemon Direct, and, like, that looks fucking dumb. And yes, it was the head, and the head still looks dumb. But somehow they gave him a personality, and he actually, like, talks. And yet Mewtwo hasn't in these games yet. Or has he? I don't know. But he ended up being a pretty cool guy. Yeah. Using the main hair I got by defeating the Pokemon that was once the King's Loyal Steed, along with the Radiant Petal grown by Calyrex itself, I was able to recreate the Reigns of Unity. Now I need to head to the Crown Shrine, where the Steed's been living, to meet up with Calyrex. And I don't know what that is, so we'll explore. It's probably close to where we grew the carrot. It's not raining anymore. Which maybe means the Mimikyu's gone. Nope, he's probably still there. And like, I should catch him, but also there's no replacing my Mimikyu from Sun and Moon. So why bother? Are any of my other Pokemon damaged? No, it's just Kyle. Okay. I mean, there's more power spots around, but do I really want to do them? It's cool to get more Pokemon, but nope, get away from me, Basculin. I don't want your plain fish ass. The only thing you're good for is fishing competitions. Oh, a Shelgon. That's alright. Why is there just a Gyarados in this tiny pond? Nope, he's after me. I hate having moments like that. I took like a solid half a minute to try and think about what I was talking about before I noticed the Shelgon. Couldn't do it. This is why I'm bad at Among Us. Because it's like, oh, who did you see? And it's like, oh, I saw a color, but I don't fucking remember the color. Hate that shit. Frostlass. Frostlasses are good. I never used one though. I really should. I guess the only time I've really thought about using one is in like Heretics, is in like Platinum. But, like, you can only really get them right before the 7th gym and all. So it's like, at that point, why bother? Why bother, like, getting or working for Pokemon you're going to get near the end of the game? Unless you're really planning on doing post-game stuff. Like, Black and White 2 is a game I would understand that for, but, like, Platinum, not so much. Like, the last time I played that game, I got a Garchomp. And, like, I had saved rare candies and all, so I could actually evolve him into a Garchomp before I hit the Elite Four. I even have just, like, evolved him and just, like, used him to blow through the last gym. Oh, okay, you can float. But, I don't know, like, I mean, I kind of just ended up relying on Garchomp for the rest of the game. Or, you know, for the Elite Four, because, like, he was basically just, like, you know, he was the strong Pokemon that could actually do what I needed. And it kind of made the game boring. I'm not gonna lie, I think Garchomp and, like, the Gibble line is, at least for Platinum, or at least for, like, a playthrough, kind of overrated. Or I guess maybe not overrated, but, like, I guess I just didn't enjoy them. An item to be held by a Pokemon. When the holder's stats are lowered, it will be switched out of battle. Okay. And there's the Metagross that the guy from last stream was talking about, I think. Cool. I could catch Metagross, couldn't I? Damn it, Snorunt. That's my thing with replaying Pokemon games. I like using teams I've never used before. And granted, I had never used the Garchomp before for that Platinum playthrough. But it was kind of just like, I don't know. Guess I just didn't vibe with him. Like, he's a good Pokemon. It was... Oh, and there's the big dinosaur. I don't like that design as much, actually. I like that cry, though. Are they going to attack me, or are they friendly? They're friendly. No, they're not. No, they're not. Tunnel to the top. I'm going the right way. Bagon. See, I didn't need to catch one the go bad. Why is there a TM up there? Ah, because there's a pathway. Of course. I just like using, you know, I don't like using Pokemon I've used before. I like sometimes using weird Pokemon. Like, because around when I was playing Platinum, I was also playing Diamond. Because I'm like, how different are these games? So I'm playing both at the same time, roughly. So, my Platinum team was relatively safe. But, like, my Diamond team was, like, really weird. Like, I had a Lickilicky, I had an Octillery, Fire Blast. I had a Mr. Mime. It was like a really weird team, but I kind of really liked it, even though, you know, by the end of Diamond and Pearl, with how hard the Elite Four and Cynthia gets. Oh, beating Cynthia was a nightmare. I think I'd mentioned that previously, but yeah, I really like my team for that playthrough. Whereas Platinum, my team was fine, but I didn't really. I think it was just like Garchomp being there and like just sort of taking over. It kind of made me feel kind of whatever about it. Even though I did enjoy the Platinum playthrough more. And Platinum is certainly the better game. Like, there's no reason to play Diamond and Pearl other than Platinum. Except if you're nostalgic, like me. So it was kind of a weird experience where it's like, I enjoyed this playthrough of the game a whole lot more, but the Pokemon I had, I actually preferred in the other game. It was also my first time, oh, Frostmoth. It was also my first time using a starter other than Empoleon, because I had decided to go with Infernape. Infernape's actually really cool. I didn't expect him to be as good as he was, but yeah, he's a really good choice for the Sinnoh region. Oh yeah, also, hang on, let me see that item I just got, the Ice Stone. Speaking of Gen 4 stuff. I think that's in other items. Yeah, Ice Stone. I'm just saying, why are we getting Ice Stones now? Because, like, Glaceon exists. And you can't, can you evolve an Eevee with an Ice Stone? I don't know, and if you can't, that feels like bullshit. I feel like it's gotta be okay, especially when there was already Leaf Stones. It feels weird that they only made it possible to evolve EVs through, like, stones in the environment rather than a Leaf Stone and an Ice Stone. Because I guess Ice Stones didn't exist, but you could have made them exist. They went with it already, so it's like, they could have. They just waited till now to do it. Oh hey, here we are. Crownshine. I see a TM over there. Ah yes, the Temple of the ruined Temple of Time from Breath of the Wild. We're here. This Calyrex guy really is just a big Zelda fan. It's even got the Triforce on there. Kind of. I like how peaceful this place is. Aside from all the, you know, all the trainers running around like this is a fucking tourist attraction. Another Max Revive. Why am I getting so many of those? You know, it feels weird that I carried Hangry around, or like I even swapped him out for an old party member, when I've really hardly used him. Then again, I really wouldn't have used Newts. But he would have been part of the team. Oh. This is a nice looking area. Yeah, I'm just gonna look over here. Seems to be some sort of basket. That's where the holy water goes. I'm just gonna go around. A large root is sticking out of the ground. Why was that dialogue? A massive tree is reaching up into the sky. I see. It's weird how they give that flavor text. I like it. Peony, you alright? Yeah. I have been waiting, human child. The Crown Shrine is a place I once called home. Glastrider must think me helpless now that I have lost my powers. It taunts me by making this place its own dwelling. But where is he? Ah, I see you have indeed brought me the Reins of Unity. You have my thanks, child. Yeah, here you go, man. Just let me put that over your giant noggin. Ah, the feeling of holding these again. Color, the way they shine in the light. How this brings back memories. Glastrider is a very proud Pokemon. One might even call it arrogant. It will not accept me as its master again, unless I'm able to prove that my power outweighs its own. I will use the Reins of Unity to pour my power into the very body of my loyal steed. That should convince it that I am indeed still deserving of its loyalty. Now, human child, in order to lure my loyal steed to me, place the ice root carrot into the basket near where Glastrider's made its bed. Okay. Just gotta save again. In case I mess up this capture, if it is a capture, and I have to go through this dialogue again. That is a good looking carrot. Heard y'all like frozen vegetables. The time has come, human child. But you have already successfully defeated my loyal steed once already. It will not willingly approach anyone it considers to be a threat. Oh, it considers me to be a threat. How nice. Actually nice to hear. It's a nice change of pace from Tactics Advance where everyone's like, oh, Marsh, leader of the greatest clan in all of Evilis. Yeah, we can take him. He's just a little bitch. Yeah. We must hide and wait for it to appear. And then Link comes in and eats the carrot. Ooh. And then Calyrex comes out to meet him. I have heard so much about you. Oh. Well, I guess this isn't a trap. Alright, my dude, just hold the A button. Penny's just like, what the fuck is going on? Yo, my man is riding, though. He's got this. The king has returned. Oh, I hate those legs. It's not right. I like the cape he got. Or whatever's around his arms now. What in the world? Such a huge noggin! And it's got a ride? You still can't talk, can you? It can talk? You could understand that? What do you want? Huh? I've got no idea what you're saying. But somehow it also makes sense? He's on New Game Plus. He can understand Hylian. Hold the phone! Oh, not again. Human child! Thanks to your efforts, I've been reunited with my loyal steed. And now I am finally at full power. And yet you still can't speak a lick of English. Or Japanese, or whatever the fuck Pokemon human language is. I was convinced that the people no longer believed in me. And I had also lost my loyal steed. I was trapped in the throes of deep loneliness. I've been there, my dude. I get it. But you saved me. There are truly no words with which to fully express my gratitude to you. So, I have a suggestion. Get in the ball! If you are able to catch me, even with my powers restored, it will prove your worth beyond any doubt, and I will lend you my strength on your journey. Once you have readied yourself, come face me. But first, I should get this man back to where I found him. It would be no good if I let him freeze out in this frigid climb. Okay, I guess you could just do the pathfinding for that. Interesting. I don't know what typing he's gonna be. He's gonna be like Ice and Psychic, maybe. I would kill him in one shot with Rikuri. And Creamy's a safe choice. You know what? No, I'll use Kyle. He can come back for this. Let's go, buddy. Do you want to ready your Pokeballs in order to capture Calyrex? Of course. Why else would I be talking to him? Oh, my determined look. Don't try to. No. Level 80. As 1. Oh, he gets 2 abilities, so no berries, and then whatever the second one is. Hey, Calyrex, do I want to go in a quick ball? Imagine. Imagine that had worked. I would have been pissed. Ooh, that looks cool. That's a very strong. Kyle, I don't want you dying again. Sorry I wasted your turn for a quick ball. But like you're gonna get past Rikuri. Psychic, that would work. We've still got some beefiness to us though. Heat Crash surely should be fine, or even Stone Edge. Heat Crash, yeah. That'll probably be fine. They're not that heavy. And they got Iron Defense, too, yeah. No, we're not getting killed from this. Okay. I even saved before this. Why am I worried? Why was I ever worried? Wow, that was... Alright. This guy's tough. Guess I'll hope for a crit. Oh, he's got Giga Drain. Of course he does. So he does have grass moves. Oh, so he's got like... Alright, well this'll do better, I'm sure. Yeah, let's just use Stone Edge. That seems to work. Stone Edge and heal. Now I run the risk of getting a critical hit. I don't think it'll happen. And again, I can just restart. I'd rather not, though. I'd rather get this first try. Yes, iron defense more. That's okay, I guess. It's less time I have to heal. Please don't crit. I'm really, you know what? I don't need it. I can just get him in an Ultra Ball. We're fine. Or maybe I want him in an S Ball. That would not, no, that would be dumb. Maybe a Premier Ball? I'll catch him in a Premier Ball. If it's possible. Fuck it. Let's just go for the Ultra Balls. You just had to use the move that would heal you. Well, I'm still gonna go for Ultra Balls. Maybe a Timer Ball eventually, we'll see. I want to catch you in a Cool Ball, but no, you're making this hard for me. I know it's a test and all, but don't you want to be in a Cool Ball? Ultra Balls are nice, but like, come on. So technically, could I fight this guy in like a shiny variant? Like, would that even be possible? Because that would be weird, right? Where it's like, the entire time you're helping this guy, he's just normal. And then right at the end when you fight him, it's like, oh hey, you're a different color now. Like, I'm assuming we're shiny locked out of him being ever shiny, but who knows? I don't. This guy is tough, though. He's actually taken a bit to catch. Also, I mean, being level 80, I mean, he's one of the strongest wild Pokemon in Pokemon. Like, he's the same level as fucking Arceus. Or at least, you know, in Gen 4. I don't know what level he is now. Alright, you were really going the Giga Drain route. Alright. I could probably risk another Stone Edge, as long as it doesn't crit. Although it might be a little better. I wish he'd use Giga Drain again. Because then I might have been able to crit and kill. And not kill, I mean. Hey, Rory Curry, how do you feel about, dying? It was for a good cause, I promise you. You know me. You know me, Rory, right? Chilling, oh shit. I should have swapped him out. I don't really have anyone else good for defense. I mean, Angry D kind of, but... Actually, yeah, Angry D would probably be really good. Well, actually, Glacial Lance would be really strong. I'm just gonna keep going with the Ultra Balls. We'll see if this works. I bet you I already used all of my luck for the day on that one really cool Darcy moment in Tactics Advance. Yes, Giga Drain the Steel Bird. Waste your turn. I mean, Steel Wing wouldn't kill, right? No, that's not even that much. Alright, well, Angry D's gonna be here for a bit, so let's go ahead and... lower him down. get him in the red, because Giga Drain's not going to get him back up. The only way they're going to take out Angry D is if they use Glacial Lance, which I think they might only have like 1 or 2 of left. If it's a 5 power point move like I'm thinking. Alright, this is actually tough. I kind of like it. Haven't had a good hard-to-catch Pokemon in a while. At least one that makes sense. I'm never forgetting that Wobbuffet. It was just that it was a Wobbuffet, because I know it can be hard to catch. It was just that I literally ran out of Pokeballs, and then I went to go get it the next time, and I got it on like the 2nd or 3rd try. Okay, yeah, that's bad. Do I have anyone that can, like... Do I have, like, someone who could put them to sleep? No, not really. Although, Furied, I would be able to get some Reflecting Light Screen up. That might be good for this. I've hardly used Furied for this. Wait a minute, he's a bug type. They're weak to ice. What am I doing? Alright, I'll reduce physical. That should allow him to at least tank 1 attack. If I use all my balls here, that's fine. Come on, Fury, you can tank this. I know you can. Shit. Even with Reflect. I think that's all he has for the Lance. Maybe one more. Alright, Creambee, get in there. Once we hit 15 Ultra Balls, I'll start using Timer Balls. Which is likely what's going to happen. Psychic. They're on the ropes, they're on the reins. We got this. Just stay in the ball like you know you should. Alright. Time for Timer Balls. You've dragged this on long enough, my friend. Please. That might heal him to a point I don't like. Back in the yellow, not... okay. Everything is fine. Damn it. Well, I mean, theoretically, the more we use Timer Balls, the better they're going to be, right? I think they have a limit, but... I should be healing Creambee. I don't want any more of my Pokemon to faint. Doesn't Misty Terrain lower psychic attacks? Dragon type. You know, when I mentioned in a previous stream where I was like, I mean, I kind of miss when Pokemon were hard to catch, but also like they could take a while. This is a bit what I'm talking about. Like it'll, you know, once we actually get it, it'll feel good, but like fuck. The Giga Drains don't help. Alright, we need to bring his health down a little more. I think he's... Or maybe we shouldn't, because he might be down to struggling soon. I'll use another Time Ball, and then maybe I'll hit him with a Draining Kiss. Yeah, Draining Kiss would be best. Why would that have to get a critical? Yeah, he's... Why am I throwing balls at him when he's near full health? I mean, near half health. What am I doing? Trade HP before he gives it all up. And don't crit. Nice. And hopefully he's only at... Okay, well he still has one Giga Drain. Or a couple. But he's in the red. That's good enough. Let's go back to the Ultra Balls. Those seem to be doing a little better. I say as we don't even get a shake. Shake, shake. The horse will not stay in the stable. Maybe. So I was going to get my hopes up. Yep, there's the struggle. That's why I wasn't... No! I'm no. Here we go again. The stream doesn't stop until I catch this guy. I don't care if it takes a while. Just gotta go immediately with Rurikuri. Get that health down as much as I can. This is actually a challenge. I'm down with it. But also, let's get it done. Crown. Yeah, Stone Edge. That's probably better for now. You know what? Fuck him. He's burn up. You can tank one of these. Oh, you can take more than one of those. Let's try not to have our party members die this time. Oh my goodness. Way to go, Rurikuri. That's like perfect. I could use a Master Ball, but I mean, I finally have a hard Pokemon to catch. Why would I do that? And there's those unfortunate Giga Drain. What do you mean super? Oh, right. I got rid of his fire. You need to get swapped out for Angrity. I don't want Pokemon dying. He doesn't need more attack. Enjoy that nice 12 HP. Like you're going to enjoy this drill peck. Yeah. I figure Stillwing will actually kill. You're still draining? What? Use Iron Defense! Is his health that bad? At the very least, I know I'm not going to run out of Pokeballs with this guy. Instead, he's just going to die. Psychic shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, this is a strat I probably should have gone with. This is I'm not getting any shakes at all on those balls. Don't take that out of context. Oh, of course that would kill. Yeah. Oh. Alright. Creambee then? Because I know Creambee won't die. And if they start using Giga Drain, I can Draining Kiss them back. Please, stay in the ball. You're starting off with that? Wait, did this hit Creambee before? She did not survive from that. Alright, so he's used 3 of those. So he's got 2 more. Please tell me you still have your fire type. Or you got it back. It looks like he's kind of burnt out a bit. Let's seal him. No, I think he's still burnt out. No, he's back. He's back. As long as he can take more of those Glacial Spears, that's more what I want. Let's go to Stone Engine for good measure. Alright, perfect. He only has 1 more. Because once he gets rid of those, I can basically just keep Angry D a lot. Oh. A crit. I see. Huh. Alright, Fairy. Get us a Reflect going. Just use the Glacial Spear 1 more time. I'm gonna go ahead and use a Max Revive on Angry D. I'm not gonna be able to use Max Revives much anywhere else. It's best to just use them here. I have 14 of them. It's not like I'm using them anywhere else. He really doesn't want to use the last spear, does he? I mean, who would use Psychic at this point? Also, how many balls have I thrown at you? I swear, I haven't even gotten to like 1. It just keeps breaking out. Like I do. Alright, there's the last Lance. That'll unfortunately take out Furied, but it's fine. Because then otherwise they have Iron Defense, which, whatever. And then they have Psychic and Giga Drain, which are special attacks, which aren't actually affected by the increase in attack. It's just for the spear. And Struggle, as we learned. So I think now that I don't think they have any more spears, I think we're fine. So Angry D can just kind of chill and... he's stealing this time. Angry D can just kind of chill and... Oh, good. And avoiding the attack. Thank you. That hardly puts a dent in them. Yeah, it's still only like 12 HP in the Giga Drain. I am begging you, at least give me something here. Angry D, you are key to this. I mean, what else is there to say? We're just throwing balls, man. That's all that's going on here. We've gotten a single shake, 2 shakes. Again, once we hit 15 Ultra Balls, I'll switch to Timer Balls, see how they do. It's not like we're getting much better luck with Ultra Balls. As soon as we get, you know, halfway there. It's a step up. Go ahead and do another Steel Wing. Has there never been a horse harder to tame such as this one and its rider? Just join us. I'm not gonna use you, but join us. Honestly, if we can't catch him this time, I might have to come back to this next time. I'll use another Steel Wing. I guess it doesn't matter if he struggles or not. He's got to... He's strong enough to the point where he's just got to one-shot it. He's just going to one-shot himself with it. And if that was a crit, I'm also not going to feel bad about doing another Steel Wing. The only thing that worries me about Steel Wing is if it crits. But that wouldn't happen, right? Alright, 15 Ultra Balls, let's go to the Timer Balls. It'd be nice if I could use Dusk Balls, but nope. Maybe this counts as a cave, I don't know. I'm gonna heal. Just in case. It's not special defense is getting lower. That's good. That psychic is going to be more of an issue. I don't feel good about Timer Balls. I'll stick with Ultra. It's the safe bet. Safe, I say. There's only so many times you can use Psychic. Oh my goodness. Me. Hooray for autopilot mode. We're on the last leg of this, aren't we? Wait. I knew that third one took a little too long. In, out. In, out. We're like on the last couple here. Just got a critical catch, man. No! Well, that's that. I guess we're not catching him this stream. So, because I can't do that, we'll have to pick up with that tomorrow. And hopefully it doesn't take up the whole stream. With that being said, we'll be streaming at our usual times tomorrow, starting somewhere between 12 to 1:30. Back with Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, which may be the finale of that. And if it is, I might end up, might take some time away from this game for it because it needs it. But if not, then we'll also be playing this game as well to finish catching this guy, probably. That might be all the stream is. But, that's what's happening tomorrow. And that's gonna be it for me today. If you need to have notifications of when the stream goes live, you can always follow the channel, as well as my Twitter or Tumblr, where I post whenever I go live, whenever I remember. We also have the channel's leader streams, 966 mod on YouTube, where we have every previous VOD I've done, every previous game I've streamed. And any other links you may need are also on the channel. Everything said and done. That's it for today. Have a great night. Have a great day. Stay safe. And, yeah, just have a good one.